So I was at this bar mitzvah for this kid named Ben in my class. If you don't know what a bar mitzvah is, it's basically like this coming of age celebration that Jewish boys have when they turn like 12 or 13 or something. I forget exactly how old we were. So normally you would have these at kind of like a hall or something, so that you could have like dancing and catering and stuff. But Ben's dad had this big carpenter shop where he like ran the business and stuff. He was a pretty cool guy. He took us out all fishing on his boat, a bunch of us one time. It was kind of cool. So anyways, he had like this big carpenter warehouse kind of place. So we went there and it was like all emptied out. They made it look all nice, like polished the floors and cleaned it all up and stuff, and put in lighting and stuff. But just to try and save money, they were holding it there instead of having to like rent a hall or something. So we go there and it's like a normal party. We're just kind of like eating food and whatever. They're like doing this ceremonial stuff I don't really fully understand. But I heard this sound like stones dropping all the time. And I couldn't understand what it was. I asked my friend that was also there. He said it was just like the bass of the music, but I didn't think that's what it was. I heard like grinding brick noises, so it was really weird. So I was like looking around trying to find what the source of this sound was. And I found this like big metal door. It was unlocked and I opened it up. It was just like really heavy. I got my friend to go down with me. And behind this door were stairs with like really industrial looking kind of lighting. They're like stone stairs there was no like handle to hold on to or anything, no handrail. It went down like, instead of one set of stairs, it went down one set and then it turned around and then it was another full set. So we get to the bottom and it's like a stone floor underneath this big warehouse, and the ceiling is like way up because we've gone down like, think of like how high 2 staircases is, like 24 stairs high. So it was like I don't know, like a 20-foot ceiling or something. And this thing goes on and on. So far, I've never been to a shooting range, but if you think of like a shooting range, how it just like, if you've seen videos of shooting ranges and stuff, it just kind of, it's like a big straight room that goes on forever. So that's what we saw. So, and I forgot to mention that as we were going down here, that the stone sound was getting louder and louder as well. It's like people are like slamming bricks together or something. It's crazy. So we get to the bottom, and then we're looking around this basement, and there's these like Adirondack chairs. If you know if you've been camping before, you've probably seen them on like the side of a lake or something. They've got like big flat paddle handles, and they're like kind of lean back so you can relax beside the lake or whatever. So there's that. So like I said, Ben's dad was like this carpenter guy, so he like did cabinets and beds, dinner tables, whatever you want him to make. So we get down there and there's all these chairs in different stages. There's like probably 20 over to one side that are all done, and then there's like different ones that are at different stages of completion, and then there's one area that's just like plain wood. But then we look all the way to the back, and there's this like giant stone man working, is all I can describe it. Is like the Pokemon Graveler or whatever is just like this big thing made of stone, but like it was smooth. It had like a little bit of a head, almost like a snowman. It had like a big fat body and then like a head and these big stone arms and legs. So this thing realized we were there and starts coming over to us, and he like, I guess it's a he, I don't know, grabs this huge plank of wood and is like running us down. And as it's getting to us, Ben comes from down the stairs, and he like says something in Hebrew to this thing, and you see the eyes like crust over with stone, and it just kind of stops it like mid-stride because it was still walking towards us. At this point, this room is huge. It's probably like 100 feet long. You can't even like see the end of it because it's kind of dark too. But this thing is probably like 20 feet away from us at this point, and it just kind of stops and freezes mid-frame Like, what the hell is going on, Ben? So he explains to us that there's this like golem that works for his dad's business that helps him out. And I guess this is why it seems like Ben's dad was always like out golfing and fishing and stuff. Like during the summer, he'd take us and do stuff all the time. I thought just because he had like lots of employees and stuff, but apparently it's that he had like this golem working for him in the basement. So it was like assembling chairs and stuff. And Ben said that his family descended from this priest class of Jewish people called Levites, and it was like passed down through generations. And his like great 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 grandfather had made this golem, and it's been alive and working for his family ever since. And he just made us swear that we couldn't tell anybody, and this is the first that I mentioned it, because I was scared that it was gonna like come and get us or something if we told him. But that is, yeah, we just went back upstairs to the party, and kind of, it was like years before we even mentioned it to each other. But yeah, that is the story of the time that I saw the golem. That's probably still below some carpentry business out there, just putting deck chairs together. That's about it. So I'm trying to get away from the text-to-speech stories that I've been doing on the channel so far. I'm trying to do them myself with my own voice. People said they might like that better, so we'll see. Let me know what you think. I've got another story about a time in university that I ran into some vampires and some other kind of spooky paranormal stories that I can tell you, as well as sharing some other people's stories as well. So if you want to hear that, subscribe, leave me a comment, and I'll see you next time.